Well, today we've got some major political news that's making headlines. Floyd Shivambu has officially been removed from his position as Secretary General of the MK Party after an unauthorized trip to the church of fugitive pastor Flyod Shivambu in Malawi. This unexpected move has sparked serious debate about discipline, leadership and protocol within the party. Jacob Zuma, who leads the MK Party, has since redeployed Shivambu to Parliament. But the real question is, what does this mean for the future of the party? Let's get into all the details. So, Floyd Shivambu has been removed from his position as Secretary General of the MK Party after making an unauthorized trip to the church of controversial pastor Flyod Shivambu, who is a fugitive living in Malawi. This decision came from MK Party President Jacob Zuma in June 2025. The party described Shivambu's trip as a violation of internal rules, stating that no permission was granted for him to visit the church, especially considering the sensitive nature of Bushiri's legal status. Bushiri fled South Africa in 2020 while facing multiple fraud and money laundering charges. His association with any political figure has remained controversial, and the MK Party felt that Shivambu's actions went against the party's values and protocols. As a result, the leadership took swift action and relieved him of his duties. Now, Shivambu had only joined the MK Party in November 2024 after leaving the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, where he was one of the founding members and the deputy president. His defection had raised eyebrows, and many believed he brought experience and national visibility to the newly formed MK Party. However, since joining the party, his time in leadership has been rocky. Several original members of the MK Party accused him of creating division, favoring newcomers, and sidelining those who were part of the party from the beginning. Internal complaints described his leadership style as autocratic, and some insiders said he was trying to take control without respecting the structure that already existed. These criticisms had already created tension before his trip to Malawi added fuel to the fire. So, despite the controversy, there was a time when Shivambu still had strong support within the MK Party. In early 2025, senior MK figure Magasela Mazobi publicly defended both Shivambu and Duduzile Zuma. However, even then, murmurs of dissatisfaction were growing among the base, with some feeling that Shivambu's inclusion had disrupted the party's original mission and values. And everything changed once news broke that Shivambu had traveled to Malawi to attend Flyod Shivambu's church service. The MK Party leadership was reportedly blindsided by the trip. No official communication had been made, and many were shocked that Shivambu had chosen to associate himself with someone like Bushiri, who is still a wanted man in South Africa. Bushiri remains a controversial religious figure, and the optics of a senior political leader visiting him were seen as unacceptable. The party leadership saw this as a direct challenge to its authority and a breach of discipline that could not be ignored. Within weeks, Jacob Zuma announced Shivambu's removal from the Secretary General position. Instead of being completely cast out of politics, Shivambu was reassigned and redeployed to the South African Parliament. While this allows him to maintain some political relevance, the move is widely seen as a demotion. Being Secretary General meant holding a powerful position in the party's structure, shaping its policies, and playing a leading role in its growth. His new role in Parliament will still keep him in the public eye, but he will have significantly less influence over the direction of the MK Party. No replacement has yet been announced, and the party has said that it will take time to carefully consider who should take on the important task of rebuilding internal trust and unity. So the MK Party itself is still relatively new, having been launched in December 2023 by former President Jacob Zuma. Since its founding, it has made headlines both for its dramatic rise in popularity and for its internal conflicts. The fallout with Shivambu is just one of many issues the party has faced in its short existence. There have been disputes over leadership, concerns about discipline, and growing pains typical of a young party trying to establish itself in national politics. With the upcoming elections in mind, the party will need to focus on unity and clarity in its messaging if it hopes to hold on to its current momentum and compete with more established parties. Well, Floyd Shivambu's political story is one of ups and downs. He first became well known through his work in the ANC Youth League and then made a name for himself as one of the co-founders of the EFF. After leaving the EFF, his decision to join MK was seen by some as a bold move, while others viewed it as opportunistic. His removal from the Secretary General post is a major setback, but not necessarily the end of his political journey. As he returns to Parliament, it remains to be seen whether he will regain influence or quietly fade into the background. What is clear is that his recent actions have left a mark not just on his career, but on the MK Party's image as well.